you?
Don't look too happy.
Don't know.
Was it the right letter then?
Depends what you mean.
Or was it the test results? You know, the baby.
Yeah.
Well, come on then.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
What?
Shouldn't you be clocked on and cleaning by now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just having a word with Jackie.
Hey, you're leaving it a bit late.
I know that, but I was...
Ah, no buts. Come on. We'll walk round with you, make sure you get there in one piece.
See you later, Jack.
Hiya.
Hello.
You busy?
She's just doing a bit of weeding.
I brought you the present.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. What's up?
Well, shut the door off. The clothes can see us.
After we've been to the site, do you fancy looking through some of the quotes for the kitchen?
Yeah, whatever.
What the hell is it?
Are you always disorganised?
Oh, it's Patricia's fault, leaving me to fend for myself.
I reckon it's a mother you need, not a wife.
Well, that's rich, considering your penchant for older women.
You what?
Well, 40-something lodger.
Don't start that again. I've told you. Me and Penny are just friends, that's all.
Oh, well, if you say so. Ah, there you go. Right, one solicitor's letter telling your God-fearing friends they've got 3 weeks' notice to quit.
I can feel them shaking in the boots already.
Ah, that's your copy, and if I'm not mistaken, they should be receiving theirs just about now.
Look, it's the riot squad they need, not that bits of paper.
Let justice take its course, and you'll have them out of your hair for good.
I believe it when I see it.
Yeah, it's sorted, and all above board. You've got them on the run.
I hope these bailiffs are up to it. I mean, that Simon over there will probably end up converting them all.
You're getting paranoid.
3 bloody weeks' time. Why not today, eh?
I don't remember reading anything in my contract about rinsing out your dirty boxes.
This girl is an absolute treasure.
Yeah, sunken chest, I know.
Now, I haven't got a clue what I'd do without her.
And is this the same man who turned me to have that skeleton, Carol Salter?
Well, we all make mistakes. I mean, she's even volunteered to do a spot of overtime this afternoon.
Oh, was that right?
Yep, she irons a mean sock.
Oh, aye. And what about your other job? At my club?
I was going to phone you.
Oh, aye. And what were you going to say?
Max offered me double time, didn't he?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realise.
What do you do now?
Oh, come on. I mean, it's only this afternoon. I mean, I'm desperate.
Well, this must be great, Bev, having 2 fellas fighting over you.
Oh, aye, yeah, fabulous.
Well, I'm sorry, Max, but no can do. When I get back to the club, I want to hear the sweet sound of the Hoover on the carpet. All right?
Three weeks? What are we going to do?
Sit tight.
Some of them bailiffs are right nasty gets.
Yeah, well, they've got to get in first before they can get us out.
Suppose so.
Listen, as long as we stay strong, we'll be fine.
This is weird, this. This isn't Barry's style.
No, we all know Barry's style. King of the plastic gangsters. Except this time his pathetic, empty threats have got him nowhere. So he scurried off to his solicitor.
His threats aren't always empty.
What do you mean?
I just hope he hasn't got anything else up his sleeve, that's all.
Don't worry about it, mate. We've got him on the run. He's a worried man.
Maybe. Just watch your back, eh?
Still no sign of Sarah?
No. I'm due in work soon. Will you keep an eye on Becca for us till she gets back?
I'll have to, won't I?
Great, this, isn't it?
Why do you think she's gone?
Probably choosing curtains for our lovely new home.
The poor girl. Didn't I feel sorry for her in that flat?
I was too busy feeling sorry for me son.
What are you going to do, love?
God knows. But I'm not letting Becca live in a dump like that.
Yeah, well, I said that to Sarah yesterday. She wasn't having any of it.
Will you have another word with her?
I don't know if it'll do any good.
Someone's got to talk some sense into her. She won't listen to a blind thing I say.
Okay. I'll try.
Thanks, Mum.
Open wide.
You trying to fat me up for Christmas?
Now, would I do that? Any news on the Beth front?
Not a peep.
Well, she'll come round in the end.
Well, I don't know so much.
Hey, I bet you the rest of these chocolates she does.
Do you know, I'm worried that I've lost her for good.
Oh, no chance.
And I hate the idea of her being shacked up with some lesbian.
She's a big girl, you know. She can look after herself.
She's still a teenager. God knows who this Chris is introducing her to.
A gang of boring lecturers, probably.
She could be mixing with all sorts.
You're worrying yourself sick over nothing.
Do you think?
Yeah. Anyway, it won't last. It must be really dodgy seeing one of your students, mustn't it? I mean, the first sign of hassle from her bosses, and that Chris will run a mile.
Well, in that case, Beth's just being used. I mean, either way, she's going to end up getting hurt.
Oh, don't be daft. It's just a fling. Let her get it out of her system, and I guarantee that in a few weeks' time, she'll be back home for good.
Well, I hope so.
I know so. Anyway, here, have another chocolate, for God's sake. So, can we talk about something happy for a change?
Oh, any suggestions?
Well, I have, as a matter of fact. Believe it or not, I've had an idea.
What, you?
Yeah, me.
Well, go on, then.
Well, I was thinking, you know, now that we've actually...
I had a snog.
Oh, don't put it like that. You take all the romance out of it.
Sorry.
Now that we know where we stand, I thought it might be nice if me and you spent a bit of time together, you know, on our own, away somewhere.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, don't say no right away. Think about it. I mean, a pair of us could do with a holiday.
Well, what about Rachel?
Well, couldn't she stay at a mate somewhere?
Yeah, but even if I said yeah, I still couldn't afford it.
Oh, I'm only talking about a long weekend.
It still costs money.
Oh, sod the money. I'll find it somehow. Look, just for once, why don't you do something for yourself? Let's go for it, eh?
The Wanderer returns.
Hiya.
Where have you been?
Sorry I'm late.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, fine.
Right, I'm off then.
Could you hang on just a minute?
I'm late as it is.
Please. Tom.
I'll leave you two.
No. Stay.
So where have you been?
Out. Walking. Thinking.
And?
And I want to say I'm sorry.
What for?
For being selfish. And the way I want to do things isn't going to work. I accept that now. I can't make you live in some flat any more than I can make you love me.
So what are you saying?
Let's do it your way.
Okay.
We'll get back in touch with the house and see what else they've got. And even if it means going on the waiting list, we won't take anything unless it's dead right for the three of us. That's if your mum's okay about us staying on a bit longer. So what do you think? What did it say?
Look at that face.
Do I have to?
There's the face of a man who knows his days are numbered.
Well, we'll see.
Hey. Fancy a laugh?
Hey?
Morning, Mr. Crash. Receive anything interesting in the post today?
No, just junk mail.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you won't have heard the good news?
What news is that, then?
That the day of judgment is against you.
It'll take more than a letter off a bent solicitor to get rid of us.
The scales of justice are weighed heavily against you, I'm afraid.
We're governed by a much higher law than any court in this country.
You don't think divine intervention's going to save you from the bailiffs, do you?
We'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Everything all right, Simon?
Ah, just discussing your imminent housing problem.
Your friend's very quiet. Leaving your lackeys to do all the talking now, are you? Or have you given up? Is that it, eh? Because you know the score, don't you, Barry? All your mouthing, all your intimidation, it got you nowhere, did it? So how's some bit of paper off a solicitor going to get rid of us, eh? Do you know what I think of this? Do you know what I think of you?
Come ahead, Simon.
Give us a match, will you, Max?
Barry, behave yourself!
Give us a match!
Get up!
Get out of my house! Just get out! Never!
Come on.
Never!
Come on, let's go. Get back in there. Come on.
What happened there? Wouldn't he give you your ball back? Don't worry, I'll be in a minute. So, love. See you again. Oh. Hiya. Yeah. You all right?
Yep. Waiting all day for you to come in.
Nice to know I'm wanted.
Well?
Well, what?
You did say it was the right letter, didn't you?
It's all right, Lester, all right.
So you know who Josh's dad is? For God's sake, who is it?
It's Mike's. Don't believe it. I live with my own son's grandfather. I mean, if we ever got married, Mike would be stepbrother to his own son.
I'm sorry, Beth. It's just nerves, you know. What are you going to do?
I can do, except keep my mouth shut. Tell you, if I never sussed this one out, we'd be finished. Be off like a shot. God, what a nightmare.
What was the point of all that, eh?
The point is, he needs a bloody good kicking.
Oh, so you'll end up in court instead of him?
Oh, will I?
You blew it! I had him wound up like a clock. You could see it in his eyes.
Max, you didn't listen to a word he said. He couldn't give a toss about court orders. I mean, by the time the bailiffs turn up, he's going to have steel shutters up and everything. It's going to be like trying to get into Fort Knox.
Barry, please, do it my way.
Max, that's easy for you to say. It's not your flaming house, is it?
Do you know what? All Ron's been talking about all week is getting Dad and Lad tickets to Everton for him and Josh.
As long as no one else knows.
Every time he calls him son, it's going to break me heart.
Well, to all intents and purposes, he is his dad. He wipes his bum, washes his face. That's far more important than Mike's little contribution.
What a deal, eh? 10 minutes of very average sex for a lifetime of motherhood.
I know.
I hope to God Ron never finds out.
Well, there is one way of hanging on to him, even if he did.
What? Have him stuffed and mounted over the fireplace?
No. Have his baby. For real. That way, no matter what he does or doesn't find out, you've got him for good.
Have his baby? Of course. You're a genius.
And the sooner you're pregnant, the sooner you're safe.
Right then. As of this minute, I'm off the pill. And as for Grandad Dixon, he's going to be in for a fine old time. I am going to bong his brains out.
Bye, Jen.
Problem, Sarah?
No.
Sure?
Yep.
That's all right, then.
He'd have used it, you know.
Who'd have used what?
Barry, that petrol pump.
He talks a good fight.
I'm not joking, I know him.
I'm still here, aren't I? Walking, breathing. If he was going to have me, he'd have done it by now.
Just don't wind him up anymore, eh?
He's all hot air.
He's not. There's more to him than that.
Don't worry about it, mate. I can handle him.
All I'm saying is, his bite's worse than his bark.
Hey, remember who you're talking to?
You said yourself, you thought he was evil. I know he is.
How do you know?
I just do.
How?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Can't we just leave it, eh?
No.
I'm telling you, he'd have poured that petrol, lit a match, and turned you into a kebab without even batting an eyelid.
How do you know?
I just don't want you to get hurt.
Then tell me how you know. Tell me, please.
Because he's a murderer, that's how I know. He's killed people. He could have you killed.
Is it all right if I take an hour off?
What for?
I'll see you later.
Ooh. Would you like to live on a farm one day? Me, you and Daddy. That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Have you, got a minute?
Do you want to go and play in the garden for a bit, Becca? I'll be out soon.
You were right before, you know.
What about?
Well, you can't make someone do what they don't want to.
And that's why I went back to the housing.
But is a flat really the answer?
I'm good enough to call her home yet.
Are you sure you're doing the right thing?
Why? And don't you think I am?
I think that you should sit down and ask yourself how things are going to work out.
Well, I have done. I mean, I know we might have to go on the waiting list, but...
And I'm not talking about the flat, love. I'm talking about your marriage.
What?
Well, from where I'm sitting, and I've got a ringside seat, I'd say it was all over by the shouting.
It's not.
And maybe it was time to think about cutting your losses.
You're wrong.
I'm sorry.
Don't you want it to work?
I want the pair of you to be happy.
And we will be. Together.
I wish I could believe that. But...
God, I'd go mad if he could hear this.
Would he?
Yeah. He wants to make a go of it just as much as I do.
It's not the impression I get.
We need you to support us, not split us up.
And we have done. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Marriage breaking up. Yeah, it's really sad, but sometimes it's nobody's fault. It just happens. People change. They grow apart. Oh, for God's sake, you were only bits of kids when you walked up to that altar.
And whose fault was that? It was you who forced us into it in the first place.
Not me. Eddie and your mum and dad did all the pushing. I was outvoted 3-1.
So you don't think I should have married him anyway?
No. Look, I think you're lovely. And under different circumstances.
What's so terrible about marrying young? It was okay for you and Carl's dad.
It's not the same thing.
Has life been some big bowl of cherries for you two?
Far from it.
No. You've had your bad spells. Carl told me all about your splitting and you got into trouble.
That was a couple of weeks out of 20 years.
And are you trying to tell me in those 20 years you've never felt like packing up and leaving?
Of course,
but you stayed. Like I'm gonna. Because I've got a husband and a marriage worth fighting for.
Bye-bye, boys.
Yeah, OK, thanks, mate. See ya. Ta-ra.
Do you know how much my last phone bill was?
Ah, sorry.
Well, I hope it was urgent.
It was. It was a travel urgent.
What are you on about?
I'll be doing a bit of research.
Into what?
Our holes.
But...
How do you fancy the lakes? They do some smashing little breaks up there at this time of year. They're cheap and all.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
They do me sums, and I can afford it, so there's no excuse.
It's not a matter of money.
What, don't you fancy it?
Oh, it sounds wonderful, but can we take it all a bit slower? I mean, 1 minute we're having our first kiss, the next you're whisking me off to Lake Windermere.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Just a bit shell-shocked.
Yeah, I got carried away. It was stupid.
It wasn't. I just don't like that feeling of being put under pressure.
Well, you're up then, eh?
And anyway, isn't it a bit soon to be off spending the night together in some strange hotel room?
Well, that wasn't why... Well, I hope you don't. I meant in single rooms.
Good. Because I don't want to be rushing anything on that side of things either.
I made a right mess of this, haven't I?
Don't be daft. It was a lovely idea. And I'll tell you what, if everything's hunky-dory in a couple of months' time, I'll take you to the lakes. Deal?
Deal.
Within these walls, the flames of the leaving it writhing, screaming in endless agony. This place is a temple of doom. cradle of evil. It is Hades, Sodom and Gomorrah rolled into one.
And they pay lousy wages, no?
All who enter here are lost, their souls consumed by the twin devils of lust and thirst.
Sounds good, that, doesn't it?
Oh, God.
Their hearts ripped out by Satan's grabbing claws. Their minds destroyed by the evil of his greed.
Yeah, come in.
Did you know the Pope's outside doing the Sermon on the Mount?
Hey?
Your mate from the petrol station. He's having a prayer meeting, and you should hear the names he's calling this place.
I've had enough.
Why don't we leave it, eh, Simon?
No, the people have a right to be told. They have to know what a hellhole this place is. A den of iniquity, the devil's playground. And there is Satan incarnate, the blood-red beating heart of evil on earth.
Yes, and I'm Danny LaRue, so why don't you just shut up and go home, you crank?
I know you. I see what you are.
Oh, yeah. What am I, then?
A condemned man. A lost soul.
Is that right?
Tortured by thoughts of murder. Haunted by a litany of cruelty and death. Fated to wander in a fiery wilderness for eternity. Damned.
So, here endeth the lesson.